Danavation is a leading provider of micro e-paper displays, which enable companies to continue to update promotions, product information in real time. Good for the companies, allows them to be more flexible, good for the environment as well. And with me is the CEO, John Ricci, to explain a little bit more. And let's just start with kind of a background, John. I mean, what are digital smart labels?
Digital smart labels, little electronic devices that display pricing automation information, promos in real time. They come in various sizes, anywhere from a 1.5 inch to tablet size. You can put them anywhere in your store if it's a retail application, or anywhere in your place of business. Could be healthcare module where they're outside the doors or inside a manufacturing facility. So depending on what the usage is, will depend on the size and basically the interior landscape of where you're going to be placing them.
Mm-hmm. So how does the technology work?
How do they work?
Yeah.
So they integrate with a company's POS system.
Okay.
So the simplest way of explaining it is, and explaining how rapidly the prices get changed, is at the point where a company changes pricing in their stores. So the traditional way would be you're changing 2,000 SKUs in 100 locations. You're batching your price SKU changes. You're either sending them out to 100 locations, or you're sending them out to a third party who done prints all the perfed paper, sticky notes, etc. Then sends it again back to the stores. When the stores get them, the store manager or the store associate or file manager then gets his team together. They go out throughout the store and they have to basically take out the old pricing, put the new one in a timeline, and correctly 100%, you would think in theory. So it's very tedious. A digital smart label, at the point when you batch the pricing, and you can set up a schedule for, say, 12 or 1 a.m. tomorrow morning, it's done.
Okay.
So that's how, so we're basically eliminating the labor at the shelf to implement SKU changes. We're eliminating totally, if you have a totally integrated system where you have your pricing strategy done by digital smart labels, you're eliminating paper 100%. Mm-hmm. Your usage for your the inks and the cartridges and toners and your computer and in your office printers goes down substantially, or your third-party mail out, so you're saving on that as well. Yeah. So it allows you to react in real time for real situations and instant updates.
Right. I mean, and it feels like, pricing is more dynamic now. We're in an inflationary environment, and it would really, I think, be helpful to a retailer to be able to make changes quickly if they need to.
Think about this, right? So in today's environment, cost of goods is fluctuating rapidly. You can have a situation where you buy the same product 4 times in a month, and each time you buy, it's got a different price point. Mm. So if you're trying to maintain your margins as a business, you pick your margins, and you're trying to maintain your margins, and we all have margins to maintain. We all have to run our businesses. The retailers right now facing that don't have the time in the day or the resources to constantly go around their store to make sure pricing is reflected on their margin increases or their margins that they want to keep based on the prices increasing of what they're paying for product. Yeah. So it's real hard. A digital smart label system does all that for you, and you're basically taking away all the tedious task and the fear of not capturing margin, and it makes it real easy for the retailer to file manage and manage his pricing strategy, which then frees your employees up to do more important tasks in the store. And I know a lot of people think, oh, you're replacing labor. The next thing on that is replacing labor. I can go to 100 stores right now, take a drive all day, and 90% of them say help wanted at front.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't even find people right now. That's the big problem. So you can't find people to work in your stores or your place of business. Yeah. There's a labor shortage. Pricing in a retail store is the most important part of the business. Mm-hmm. And you want customers in, right? So
just from my experience, like when I go into a retail store, I find that a lot of times the employees are doing some of those mundane tasks and can't help me because they're kind of deeply involved in stacking things or whatever it is, Exactly. So, that really frees them up to be able to help customers more. Now, what happens is
When they help you, then they have to go back to where they left off. And that's, you start flagging, there's a potential error. He or she, or they are going back to where they were. Have they started again where they left off, or did something get missed?
Yeah.
So you look at those errors, and then that interruption can happen in the course of a day. And I see this every day. We do a lot of store visits, and you see that, and that's the problem. So eliminating errors in pricing is another advantage of the system to capture margin back. So we're not only talking about labor savings and operational efficiencies, but when companies are making money, it's really easy to lose money because your focus isn't on the savings and watching your dollars. Yeah. So this is another way of having an extra check in balance for file management.
What is the market opportunity for digital smart labels?
Well, it's huge in North America. I mean, we're sitting on a 5% adoption rate. Food retailers, non-food retailers, big box, specialty stores, our other target markets and vertical markets. It's a massive, massive marketplace right now.
Yeah. So is that your target market, food retailers?
Food retailers, anywhere that updating pricing is important. So it could be pharmacies, pet stores, electronic stores, grocery stores, of course. But healthcare, we have some solutions for healthcare problems and pain points, warehousing, distribution, animal shelters, military bases. Every couple of months, something else is brought to the table from a customer who know about digital smart labels and asking us specific questions to see if there could be an application that they could use using digital smart labels that would help them solve some internal problems. So we're very welcoming to doing things like that.
Now, every time we talk, I feel like you have a couple of new deals. Do you want to share any new deals you've got in the US or Canada?
Yeah, we recently signed a deal and implemented a software deal with Sobeys Canada, where the software is back-end support of their pricing strategy. It's pre-DSL, so we're really excited about working with them because they gave us the opportunity, but it showcases us as a software company, which we are, and we're using the DSLs to, basically show our wares and work our system. But that was a fantastic opportunity and a seamless integration with them that we're very proud of, and now we're ready to carry that forward. And we continue to work with companies like Ace Hardware and True Value in the US, and they seem to like our system. We've proven them. We have a lot of trust and credibility with them. Every week we have another reach out from them, and we're starting to get into more activations with those brands, and there's other companies both in Canada and US that have reached out to us, and we have a lot of ongoing projects happening right now. We're introducing some new hardware to our offering, and that'll be announced shortly, and we're excited about that.
Yeah. And then just tell me a little bit, give me an investor pitch. Like, why would investors be interested? Why should they be interested in Danavation?
Well, take a look around the world right now. It's really volatile. And, there's supply chain issues. There's political instability in some countries. It's not a very pleasant place right now. Every morning you wake up and you read the news, and it's tragic to what's going on everywhere right now. Inflation here, and I shake my head, but what we represent is the only company in this business, Digital Smart Labels, that was grounded and founded in North America. So my other company, Dana Industries, was founded in Toronto, Canada, in 1993, a total retail solution provider. And we have that business going. That's a privately held company that still goes. Danavation was founded in 2018. But being here, our tech team is here, our security is here, our servers, our software and hardware development, our sales team, marketing. We have an office in Vaughan, Ontario. What we offer our customers is home field advantage, and I don't take that lightly. We're on North American soil. We're not going anywhere. We're very safe and secure, and I understand our customer base because I have 30 years experience in dealing with them. So I feel I have a lot of trust and credibility. Now, we're not a perfect company, we're an open book, we're transparent, and companies know where to find us. This is our head office. This is who we are. This is our being. And I think that gives us a really healthy advantage in the marketplace right now.
Yeah. And how can somebody find out more about Danavation?
Danavation.com. We have a website. We have constant updates. There's galleries, there's investor tabs. My email's there, my phone number. So, like I said, I'm transparent. I answer the phone, or we answer the phone. We go anywhere. And, like I said, we know who we are. Like, we're not perfect, but, we're striving to be perfect. But we will work with anybody that calls us. And whether you have one store or 1,000 stores, I can guarantee you'll be treated the same. Like we appreciate all of the business that we get.
Okay. Thank you so much, John, for bringing us up to date again. So, it sounds like it makes a lot of sense for retailers, what you're doing.
Thanks very much for the opportunity. Appreciate it.